The baby chickens you're watching are being raised by Andover students participating in Biology 420, Animal Behavior. By raising a chick, students actively learn about imprinting and other animal behaviors. Here's live associate Shira Wolpowitz with the story.
Hi, I'm BARDEN, and this here is my chick, Cluck Norris. Hey, buddy, here you go. We've had these chickens now for about a week and a half. We take care of them, we mother them basically. They learn to imprint on us. And yeah, we've had them for a little while now. They've grown significantly. This guy used to barely fit in my hand, and now he's outgrown my hand. So yeah, this is Cluck. He's now showing his backside to the camera. There you go.
In the animal behavior class taught by ANDREA Bailey, instructor in biology, students have adopted chicks for 2.5 weeks. Through this chick project, students will learn behavioral concepts such as imprinting and foraging by performing various experiments with the chicks.
So the very first thing they do is imprinting, and so they work with their chick to try to get it to imprint on them as if they were the mother. And then after the imprinting thing, we start talking about associative learning, and so then they try to teach their chick a trick using clicker training. And then after that, we start talking about spatial cognition, and that's sort of maze navigation is one way that we get at that. So then the chicks learn to navigate a maze, and they sort of figure out if they can do that or not. And then the last thing we do with them is foraging behavior. So we have the chicks sort of model foraging behavior by setting up these arenas, and the chicks sort of decide what they're going to eat, and we see if they match what we expect they would choose in those situations.
Imprinting is an intuitive process in chicks that allows them to recognize other birds or students as a mother figure. Students study imprinting by bonding with the chicks, providing them with warmth and food, and spending time with them. Students coach the chicks to recognize signals such as a red cloth tied around a wrist or ankle. Through this coaching process, students can teach their bird to follow at their side, answer to certain calls, or perform certain tricks.
Yeah, so my bird and I had a little bit of a rough start. He wouldn't do much other than sit and jump on my hands. But we started to get really close. I brought him back to my dorm one night, and we started to, he'd hang out on my bed and run back and forth. And by the next day, he was following my heel, and yeah, he was my little bird.
Personally, my chick was really lazy. So when I put it on the corridor, it just wouldn't follow me for a while. And what I did was I would turn the corner so the chick wouldn't see me. And then it starts to get a little distressed, and then I would reappear. And then after a few times, it knows to follow me so I wouldn't disappear in front of him.
The success of the imprinting process varies greatly depending on each individual chick and the student in the class. While many students were able to successfully imprint on their chicks, a few students ran into problems.
I think, well, for some of them it's the saying goodbye to your chick. For some of them it's the frustration of it not doing what you want to do or not imprinting on you the way you wanted it to do. Some of them imprint really, really well. Some of them it takes a lot longer. Some of them imprint well and then forget. I think Jess, actually, her chick somehow got switched somehow. At some point she wasn't sure that she still had the same chick because the bands came off of some of the chicks. But it varies a lot. It varies how much time you spend with it. And it also just varies by individual personality. Yeah. Sometimes, like I said, there's been accidents in the past that can be really hard for those individual students if they've lost their chick. I mean, that's always hard if it's kind of like losing a pet.
Yeah.
You haven't had the pet very long. So all of those pieces, I think, and also just the sort of day-to-day, like chicks are smelly, and you got to clean up all their poop and all that stuff too.
Despite these problems, most students view the project as a rewarding experience, especially after seeing all of the hard work they put into raising their chicks pay off.
Favorite part would be, so there was this one project where we had to train our chicken to do a trick, and we were supposed to do that by offering them food and making them do a certain trick. So my chick didn't particularly like food. It knows how to do one trick, which is when I rest my hand like this, it's gonna run up to me and then sit on my hands. But it does get a little stage fright, so it doesn't do it when other people are around.
Probably the first time he followed me around. I think I was in Yale, and I went to go walk up the hallway to get a paper towel for him, and he was right on my tail, and I turned around and I was absolutely elated. It's just really cool to kind of see all that work with a living animal pay off and have it follow me.
What's your chick's name?
I think
Bailey hopes that along with teaching students basic concepts relating to animal behavior, the Chick Project will serve as a fun, eye-opening experience for students about the difficulties of working with animals.
Well, I hope that they get the major sort of overarching themes of animal behavior, but also with this particular project, I always find that if you've got that emotional connection, you tend to engage a lot deeper. And so one of my biggest goals is to have kids engage deeper with the specific topics we're doing, and also, frankly, interact with an animal that they don't normally interact with. It's always so fun when kids get so excited about getting their own special private chick. That's a super fun part. And also, I really like the fact that students learn how difficult working with animals can be. In reality, it's actually, they don't do what you want them to do most of the time, and so that's a learning process for kids, that it's not just a cute little chick, that you actually have to work with it really hard, and it still won't work sometimes.
Both students Leo and Barden would recommend the course to other students in the future. For Leo, even though she has had much experience taking care of her younger brother, she found raising a chick especially rewarding because it allowed her to experience the unfamiliarity of working with a different animal.
Taking care of the chicken was still really, really fun because at first it's really, really tiny, so you have to deal with the fact that you are taking care of another life that is really fragile and is really needy of you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really a really magical experience.
Probably not going to eat as much chicken anymore, just because I sort of bonded with my animal, and I don't know how well I'm going to hold it. But I think the course as a whole has been really informative, just in the way that we look at animals. You know, such simple beings are actually capable of a lot more than we give them credit for. You know, the term bird brain is kind of has a new meaning for me. You know, watching a little animal like that sort of learn to follow me and me only, my classmates and them only, and to watch them imprint has just been really pretty impactful.
Okay, thank you. Shira Wolpowitz reporting.